Hello there, and to all who come to this happy place, welcome. If you're new here, my name is Abby and I upload Disney planning content here on my channel every Sunday and Thursday. If you haven't already, make sure to hit the red subscribe button down below and tap the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. If you've already done that, then make sure to give me a big thumbs up so that I know you're here. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about 10 things you can do on your arrival day. Now, I just did a video on 10 things you can do on your rest day in Walt Disney World, and I wanted to make sure that I didn't repeat too much of that, just because those activities can look pretty similar. So I tried to stick to things that would be a good idea if you had like half a day in Disney, so either arriving sometime between 2 and 6 p.m. Just because I feel like that's when you kind of need activities. If you arrive any earlier, most families do go into the parks. So this is going to be if you don't have a park ticket. The first recommendation that I have is to do a character dinner. Now, there are tons of different character dinner options throughout the resorts where you don't need to get a park ticket. So you've got Chef Mickey's 1900 Park Fare, which is one of my favorites. You've got Storybook Dining over at Artist Point. There are a ton of different options. Storybook Dining is actually probably my favorite now that I think about it. Their food was incredible when we went there in December. But anyway, my next tip is to arrive on a special event day. And when I say special event, I mean like Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, or Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, or Disney After Hours, Disney Villain After Hours, any of those hard-ticketed events. Then you can purchase the event ticket for your arrival day, and you aren't using like one of your full park days of tickets, but you can get in as early as 4 o'clock. You can do the regular stuff, and then once the party starts, you can do those special activities that are reserved for those events. So trick-or-treating for the Halloween party, or, you know, hot chocolate for the Christmas party, riding rides with layovers, all of that kind of stuff. I'm gonna do full videos on those events in the near future as we gear up for holiday season 2020. So stay tuned for that. My next suggestion for you is to do a fireworks cruise. They have fireworks cruises out of the monorail resorts as well as the Epcot area resorts for viewings of Happily Ever After and Epcot Forever / Harmonious whenever that starts. These are a great option. They are not super expensive, and they also have one that leaves from the Ticketed Transportation Center that is even more reasonable. So these are something that you should definitely look into. I'm not going to say pricing because it could change at any time. But definitely look into that on the Disney World website or contact your travel agent for more information. If you are not currently working with a travel agent and would like to, make sure to click the link in the description down below. My next suggestion for you is to take advantage of the recreational activities that are offered at your hotel. There is a whole schedule of things. They tie-dye Mickey t-shirts, they have like competitions in the pool. There's all sorts of stuff that happens at your resort that most people like have no idea about because they're running to the parks all the time. Okay, so my camera died, but hopefully the angle doesn't look too weird or different than what it looked like before. But anyway, make sure that you do take advantage of those recreational activities. You can get the schedule at the front desk of your resort, and they also usually post it outside of the pool area. One of my favorite things to do at the resort is to do the movies under the stars. These usually take place over by the pool, and they blow up a big projector screen and then they play a Disney movie. It's a different movie every night. Usually the schedule for that is also posted. My next recommendation for you is to head over to Port Orleans Resort or to Fort Wilderness for a carriage ride. You can get a horse-drawn carriage to pull you around. Super fun. It's like a nice relaxing thing to do. It's not super exciting. It's just relaxing. You can also do pony rides at Fort Wilderness. So they have some different offerings for you over there as far as recreation goes. They have horseback riding also. So you can make a whole afternoon, evening of it. I love Trails End over there. That's their table service restaurant. So good. It's a buffet. Check it out. My next recommendation for you is to catch the fireworks. Now, you don't actually have to be in a park to see the fireworks. The easiest park's fireworks to see is going to be Magic Kingdom, and if you wanted to watch those, then you would either want to head to Wilderness Lodge, Contemporary, Grand Floridian, or to Polynesian. Polynesian is my first choice because it is straight across the water from Magic Kingdom. But you can watch it from the beach on Polynesian, you can get a Dole Whip, and then you can do that. Or you can make reservations at California Grill, which is at the top of the Contemporary. and it has like these windows that you can see Magic Kingdom, and it's just a gorgeous view. They pipe the music into all these beaches on all those resorts. But if you want to do California Grill, I would recommend making your reservation for an hour before fireworks, and when you get there, make sure to request a fireworks view table. Not every table in that restaurant has the ability to see the fireworks. There are some blind spots, there's spots that are too far over, so you want to make sure to specify that you would prefer a fireworks view table. They will not make any promises, but they will do their best. And if you eat at California Grill earlier in the day, you can actually bring your receipt back to California Grill, and they will let you out on the little, I don't know how to describe it, but it's a little area that you can go to. It's like a lounge, I think, sort of thing, and they'll let you up there to watch the fireworks from there as well if you ate there earlier in the day. My next recommendation is to do some fine or signature dining, and this is going to be a 2-credit meal if you have the meal plan. There's some fancier, more upscale restaurants, and they have really, really good food. Another one that you could do is Victoria and Albert's over at Grand Floridian. That one does not accept the dining plan, but it is, I think it's a 7-course meal is the minimum, and they have all the way up to an 11-course meal. I'm going to be honest, it's probably not something I will ever do, mostly because I am a super picky eater on top of extensive food allergies. So it's just not going to be worth it for me, but people rave about Victoria and Albert's. So definitely something to consider, especially if you're doing an adult-only trip, maybe a honeymoon or an anniversary trip. Or if you can get a babysitter through a service like Kids Night Out, which is the provider that Disney recommends. They will come to your room or to the park with you and watch your kids so that you can either stay with them, they'll do a mother's helper sort of situation, or you can actually leave them and go do whatever you want to do. My next recommendation for you is a dinner show. They have 2 dinner shows right now. They have Hoop-Dee-Doo Musical Review over at Fort Wilderness, and they also have Spirit of Aloha, which is a luau at Polynesian. I have done Spirit of Aloha. The food was delicious, and the entertainment is definitely perfect for kids. I have not done Hoop-Dee-Doo yet, but we are currently scheduled to do it on June 1st, so I will let you guys know how that goes. But my aunt and uncle actually went on an anniversary trip earlier this year, and they were raving about it, and they said, you've got to do it, so we're doing it. These take up like a good chunk of time. I think it's like an hour and a half to 2 hours, I forget. But a good chunk of time to, you know, experience and kind of fill that time period. And we are doing, I think it's at 6:15, so we'll be at Fort Wilderness. We can take the boat back over to Magic Kingdom and then ride the monorail over to Polynesian, where we can watch the fireworks if we decide to do that. It's our arrival day, and we will have flown in at like 6:30 that morning, so I don't know that we are going to do that, but we could if we really wanted to. My next recommendation for you is to go over to Disney Springs, and specifically to do something like the Void, Splitsville, the AMC Dine-In Theaters, or Characters in Flight. Characters in Flight is a hot air balloon that has like character silhouettes all over it, and it goes out over the water by Disney Springs, and you can actually see it from all over Walt Disney World. So if you're like wondering what that hot air balloon is, that's what that is. You can actually go on it, and if you check Groupon, they usually have a Groupon for that because it's not actually run by Disney, it's a third-party service, so you can get a Groupon and then get like a better price on it. It's not super expensive. I think when we went to do it, it was about $15 if you got the Groupon. Now that deal can change at any time, so I don't, and it's been a couple years since we looked. It does not run when it's windy, which is unfortunate because as we were about to get on, they actually canceled it for wind and we had to get a refund. But yeah, it's a good idea. They also have Cirque du Soleil, which is about to open a brand new show. I forget what it's called, but it looks amazing. I really want to do it. No one wants to do it with me though, so if anyone wants to go to Cirque du Soleil with me, let me know. And my last suggestion for you is to just relax. Now, I'm a terrible relaxer, so I don't blame you if you're not going to do this. But, you know, go for a swim at your resort, hang out, order room service if you're at a resort that offers it. Just unwind and prepare yourself for the next day. Try to get a really good night's sleep. Go to bed on the early side, especially if you had an early flight like I usually do. and just be prepared to go into the parks and run around like a maniac, because that's honestly what the rest of your vacation will probably look like, if you're anything like me. So those are my suggestions for your arrival day in Walt Disney World. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comment section down below. If you haven't already, hit the red subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. And thank you so much for watching. In my next video, I'm going to be talking about the wrong way to plan a Disney vacation, because I truly think a lot of people are doing it wrong, and I don't want you to make that mistake. So I will see you guys with that video next time. Bye!